All right, now let's move on to the Trump administration firing a U.S. attorney just minutes after he was sworn in. I've got our Christiane Cordero on the story from our D.C. bureau. Christiane, how's it going, sis? First of all, break it down for me. Who is Roger Rogoff, and why was he fired so quickly?
So Roger Rogoff is we're talking about the Western District of Washington. Excuse me, Austin. So that's like the Seattle area when we think about it. He spent 20 years as a state prosecutor, 6 as a federal prosecutor. He was a judge and was just appointed by a group of 17 judges in that area to become the U.S. attorney. That happened just before 8 a.m. yesterday, and then shortly after 8 a.m., he received the notice from the Trump administration that he was fired. A lot of controversy around it because the way that this is all played out is somewhat unconventional when you kind of look at the big picture. And what it really comes down to for a lot of critics anyways is it's a political message. A lot of people are kind of likening it to what we have seen from the DOJ in recent months, which is putting somebody in who will kind of move the administration's agenda forward, potentially go after perceived political enemies, things of that nature. And so that's where some of the alarm bells are going off.
Yeah, I feel like he holds the record for like the shortest hire ever. But what is the administration actually saying about the judges who appointed Rogoff to his post?
Yeah, so the administration, in a statement anyways, is saying that they didn't go through the proper channels. Proper in their mind is just kind of a time-honored tradition is what they are couching it on anyways, in consulting with the president and the administration directly. And you can see the statement from Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche right there, saying what I had just summed up. And so he also noted that these judges have the right to appoint somebody, the president has the right to fire somebody, and that is what has led us to where we are. But there's no doubt that there's a ripple effect of controversy here, especially when you look at kind of the optics of it all.
And Christiane, just moving on to the president's agenda, he's got a primetime speech here tonight. Mm-hmm. What can we expect from him, and how will it shake things out moving forward?
Yeah, so the speech tonight is a little bit of expect the unexpected, which we have come to be familiar with the president, right? And he himself has said that he often goes off teleprompter, so what his speech is right now may not in fact be what it will be several hours from now. But nonetheless, what we've seen from a lot of the messaging anyways is that there will be a big focus on election integrity. We know the president has been trying to pass certain voting rights restrictions, and that has been kind of his number one issue. In fact, he refused to sign a bipartisan housing bill in order to get his voting rights agenda through. But as far as what we actually know substantially of what the president will say, it's close to nothing. The White House has been very tight-lipped as far as what the message will be, and they urge people to basically tune in.